Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name is Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading for you, tuning in to the day's energies, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Alrighty, let's turn this card over. Wow, all right. The overall energy of this reading is the World card. You're ending a cycle. It feels like you have figured out some type of pattern, some type of lesson that you are leaving behind, some type of something is ending, and it feels like with accomplishments that you are understanding or starting to understand where you've been. It feels like a breakthrough. I'm hearing the doors break on through to the other side. So it feels like celebration. A lot of divine feminine energy that I'm tuning into. Feels like after this breakthrough, you start feeling more whole, more complete. When you feel more balanced, when it's safe, when you create a safe space within yourself, in your body, in your spirit, that feels safe and calm, then that invites your feminine energy in, and that invites younger versions of yourself in, so you can feel more whole. You might have been feeling a little depleted, only part of yourself, maybe more masculine energy as you've been going through these lessons. Feels like this is what it's all been for. Yeah, there's a lot of truth coming in. King of Swords, Chariot. And it feels like once you reach this stage of accomplishment, of leaving behind something, you move on very rapidly. Once you find that balance, bring all parts of yourself, unscatter yourself, so your feminine energy is safe and you feel more like you can just be present. That's more feminine energy, not needing to do, not needing to protect, not needing to know something, but just being. And in that state of being, in that balance, then a lot happens. A lot of energy that's been backed up while you've been pinched off in lesson is flowing back into your experience. And you're starting to see a lot of truths. And taking action on those truths, on this new way, on what you're seeing about the people around you, on what you're seeing about yourself. And making moves, moving on, then things really start making sense. Feels like there was something that you really needed to see about your world and about yourself, so you could make these moves, so you could move on. Wow, very empowering reading. Celebration. And I'm getting, if you're not celebrating, if you're just going from an ending right to moving on, it feels like it's important to celebrate your victories. It's important to celebrate where you are, to celebrate the people around you, to celebrate how far you've come, to make space, not just run over and now go to the next thing, because then that's cultivating a spirit of just always going and not cultivating the spirit of celebration, of joy, of taking time out. It's important. So, all right, moving on to hidden blessings. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. It's hidden blessing. Feels like someone is very inconsistent. This also feels like someone who plays to their audience. Whoever their audience is, they become... So there's a bit of a shapeshifter type of energy here. Someone who is masked, someone who tells everybody who's in front of them exactly what that person wants to hear. They want to be liked, but they're going around telling everybody, they're not really standing in their truth. They're just a mask and telling everybody what they want to hear. It's a hidden blessing. It feels like you're recognizing this about this person. Yeah. I think you're figuring out that some lack of success that you've been having, not feeling dragged down, feeling bogged down, feeling some type of confusion because you might think that this person is on your side, is on your level, but they're playing both sides to the middle, triangulation. There's something about, it feels like you have sussed out someone in your environment who is playing all sides. They're not for you at all. They're just for whoever is in front of them saying whatever they need to hear, whatever they think they want to hear. I'm also getting, for some of you, this person showing up is activating something within you, something getting your attention to recognize this type of behavior so you don't fall to it again. Type of like, oh, I see. Maybe I let someone in because I thought we were on the same page, on the same level, but something was never quite right. Something was off. And what's off is that it feels like there's issues with people in the environment, and this person is just telling everyone, they're not managing the situation maturely at all. They're just telling everyone separately, oh, I am on your side. Oh, totally. So there's that type of deception that I'm getting. And it's in your hidden blessing. I think you're meant to see this. There's some match or mirror that you have to this type of energy. When something's off and you can't put your finger on it, it feels like you knew something isn't right about this. Something feels off. And it feels like you're recognizing people who are pleasers, that just tell people what they want to hear, but have no groundedness into what they believe. They don't stand up for their beliefs. They're not solid in the truth. They're just trying to please everybody in the environment and tell everybody what they want to hear. Feels like a coping strategy. And yeah, it feels like it's coming to light. It's a blessing that you're seeing this. I think it's important. That's why it's showing up. If this person or this situation, you're like, yes, it's showing up as a blessing. This needs to be addressed. So you can be aware of this type of activity, which is funny that what you're leaving behind is Two of Pentacles, which is someone juggling, someone masking, playing both sides. That's exactly what I'm getting here. You're leaving behind maybe even where you juggle people and try to make everybody happy. Instead, the truth. The truth of the situation, your perspective, your truth feels more relevant than making someone happy, making someone comfortable under false pretenses. It feels like little band-aids everywhere, but doesn't really address the root issue, this way of being. It also creates a lot of confusion, masking, juggling people. So you're leaving behind people juggling, two-faced, people pleasers, people just telling. And it also, there's a financial component to this, a stability, security, not caring what things look like. It looks like you're leaving behind people who are just, they don't have the maturity, or they're not capable of being grounded and holding their own beliefs. They've been raised to people please. It feels like I'm talking about someone who's very uncomfortable making other people uncomfortable. And so they're not dedicated to the truth. They're dedicated to whatever I need to say and do to get out of this, to make the person feel at ease in front of me. And so at first it feels comforting and like, oh, I'm being heard, someone's on my side. But then it's like things aren't getting better. There's still all the issues. As a matter of fact, the issues are getting bigger. So this person really isn't addressing any of the issues. They're just saying everything's being worked. If this is at work, this is a terrible manager. Terrible manager. Doesn't know how to manage people, manage expectations. They're just telling everybody, oh, you're right. And it's leading to a lot of this person needs to be viewed as good, as right. It feels like if you call this person out on what they're doing, that they will turn on you big time. You're not allowed to unmask this person. Feels like they get real scared. It feels like this person is very fearful. They don't really know what they're doing because they don't have a sense of self. They're always just a mask to other people, so they feel very empty. And it feels like if you threaten that, if you unmask this person, then they feel like they go into a very protective mode. Decimate. They can't handle that. Hi. Hi, JJ. Hi, buddy. That was nice. All right, let's move on. So that's what you're leaving behind, is that type of energy. It does feel like if they're unmasked, they go into survival. That's what it is, fight or flight. And to deal with this person, because they're in such a state of fight or flight, if you unmask them or tell them, I see what you're doing, it feels like they go into fight or flight because you are attacking them, their perception of them. They don't have a sense of self, a strong sense of self. So their perception, people's perception of them is everything. And so they go into a survival mode to protect their masks, to protect how people perceive them. So interesting. Okay. How to get the most of this energy is Queen of Wands. I agree. The Queen of Wands learns as she goes, feels things out, uses her intuition. She's not afraid of her shadow. It feels like you might be much more comfortable with your shadow than other people. Definitely, this person doesn't really even have a strong sense of self, let alone consciousness to understand things like shadow. And I'm not belittling. We're all at different phases and different levels of consciousness and being. And but I think understanding that it's for you to learn, for you to understand that this way of being exists, so you don't fall prey to it again, so you can unmatch your energy from it as much as possible and unmirror and even self-reflect. Where have I operated in this way? Am I coming from, is this a unhealed version of myself that I'm meeting? What can you learn about yourself? What's the takeaway so you can change your energy so you don't repeat and have these situations come back up again? It isn't about being perfect. As a matter of fact, I see the Queen of Wands as someone very messy. Not out of control messy, but someone who makes a lot of mistakes, but learns from them. Takes and squeezes every bit of wisdom from conflict, from anything that's uncomfortable, learning as she goes. It's not about being perfect. If you're trying to be perceived as perfect, you might be feeling more like who's showing up. There's so much juiciness here in all of this. This is definitely, it feels like this person showing up made it difficult for you to create safety for yourself. So you might have noticed or not noticed that your feminine energy just left. And so you might have felt very split, very lonely without the safety. If you can't provide safety for yourself and feel safe and invite your feminine energy in, you can't fake safety. Your energy, your body knows if you are feeling safe and comfortable, then your feminine energy comes in and you can just be present. You can enjoy your space. You can enjoy feminine energies. I find that I can enjoy just the most subtle things and find wonder and beauty in very subtle energies, like the wind and the wind chimes, like little birds making noises, like the sun hitting my skin, and how lovely that is. And so when you get to that place of safety, when you can invite in your feminine energy, when you create that safe space for an extended amount of time, then your younger versions of yourself come in. You feel more playful, more childlike. There's something here about feminine energies trying to take their power back from each other when they're feeling powerless. And it feels like we're also looking at an old way that we are coming out of, hopefully. Instead, when you feel disempowered, disrespected, when someone has taken your power away, or you feel powerless to a situation, to a people, to a group, it feels like there's a question coming through how to take your power back without revenge, without needing that the people, the situation to be decimated so you can then take your power back. What are more positive ways of taking our power back? Empowering, so we can empower ourselves with the knowledge, with understanding, with a greater compassion for self and others. What are ways to take our power back without having to disempower someone else to feel better about ourselves? And it feels like that's one of the lessons coming out at this time, or that you can tune into if this is resonating. Taking your power back. Disengaging from the activity, from this person as soon as you can leave the environment, leave it behind, leave them behind, get away from that environment. Then you can find your safety, invite your feminine energy. All right, I'm going to move on. What's supporting you is the Queen of Cups in reverse. This is someone very much in their emotions, overwhelmed in their emotions, or icy. Okay, it feels like you're dealing with someone who does not know how to deal with emotions. Someone who is punishing. If they feel crossed, if something, it's not whether or not you actually crossed this person or did something. It's just perception. So if this person perceives that there's some beef, something personal between you and them, it feels like they are, this feels like a strategy that this person employs, trying to get people in their emotions where they can feel. So they tell people what they want to hear. They also are inflaming the situation. They're not calming it. And so they're playing both sides to the middle, and they're inflaming the situation, making it bigger. They're not trying to calm things. This makes them feel powerful to play with other people's emotions. It feels like they then set up scenarios. This is a chaos sower. This person sows a lot of seeds of chaos. And they want the people to act out of character. They want them to, act out of character. Makes them feel powerful. Wow. It's a lot of toxic. I'm seeing a lot of feminine. It feels like, and it doesn't mean that I'm just talking to the women out there. This isn't about gender. It's about energies. So this could be men playing all these parts out, but their feminine energy is at stake at what we're looking at, if that resonates. Okay. Whew. So how's that supporting you? I think knowing that someone's trying to yank your chain, someone's trying to get you in overwhelm so you act out from that space. This person, yeah, it's what's supporting you is just walking away. You might think, I want to win. I want to tell the... When I have found I'm in a disagreement with someone, some type of conflict, and it's like a tug of war, like I'm right, and there's all this tension and fighting. I find when I let go and I just focus on me, bring all my energy back, and anytime their energy comes back in, I just let go. I notice, send it away. I'm no longer focusing on that. It takes discipline. It takes, because then you go about your day and then another thought comes in and you're like, oh, I'm thinking about that again. I'm arguing with this person in my head telepathically. I'm trying to get other people to see my point of view. It feels like there's a lot going on in here, and what would be best is to walk away. Take your emotions with you. When you let go of that rope, there's no fight left. They can't play with your energy, pull your energy back. It's the biggest disappointment for the people. They want that. That's their lifeblood. That's how they're draining you of your energy, your time, your resources. So the moment you recognize that, let go and walk away. All right. I'm hearing that song, Walk On By. All right. What to be mindful of is the High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, definitely. This is someone playing with other people. Makes them feel big. They're empty on the inside. They're very ungrounded, and instead of fixing that or understanding how to work with their own energy to change that, instead they're creating chaos in environments, getting their way, power grabs. Feels like you can, this person that I've been describing and this lesson, it feels like they really come in your energy. And if you notice that, how to take your power back here is recognizing that nobody can come into your energy unless there's some match that you're welcoming them in, some invitation, some match, some mirror. So instead of feeling like a victim, if someone is sending me energy that's unpleasant, that this energy kind of feels like real strong static, and it looks a lot like venom. If you know, you can even look that up. A little tarry, a little very sticky, and it feels like it's in that sticky quality is like sticking you in to match this energy. Come fight with me. Come drain all your energy in this fight, this unwinnable fight. It's who can win. It's there is no winning. There's temporary feelings of relief, of victory, until you need to conquer more people. This is a very destructive energy. So whenever I notice someone's energy keeps coming in, then one, I take it off, take my power back by, this is my energy, this is my space. So take that energy off and find where I'm matching that person, where I'm still in the fight, where I have some belief system that's matching theirs. And I just start, even if I don't know what it is, I start energetically I am unmatching this person. I'm unmatching this situation because it's all frequency and vibration. And so if you unmatch from that energy, it's like you disappear energetically. That's not what this person wants. This person wants that stickiness, wants you to fight, wants you to act out, wants you to lose your mind and make them feel good about themselves, that they're right, that they're stable. Nobody wins. So, all right, I'm halfway through this reading. If you'd like to continue on and follow me over to Patreon, there's a link in the description box below. It says extended reading here. That will take you over to Patreon, where I will be looking at health, relationships, creativity, new opportunities, and career and finance. So I'll see you over there if that's in the cards. And if not, have a great day. All right, take care. Bye.